We all have something to say, and music helps us say it. Nothing in this world allows self-expression quite so much as music does. And it's a form of communication that requires no words, making it the universal language. Now, music, it can touch people. It makes them feel, helps them remember, lets them connect. I believe that music is one of the most powerful forces known to us and can change the world. Recently, good music education in public school is becoming almost a rare thing. According to a study released by the Department of Education, as of 2010, 91% of schools in the United States offered public music education, but only 81% of secondary schools with an enrollment under 500 offered it, while 98% with an enrollment over 1,000 did. And these numbers strongly support the possibility that what's being offered and what students are receiving are unequal. The number 91% doesn't tell you when there's one teacher for too many students. Now, music, while still considered a core subject under arts, it's not tested, meaning often it's not held to the same standard that other subjects are. And only 81% of schools in the high poverty areas of the United States offered music education. So many of the students that would greatly benefit from this great opportunity are being denied access of it. 2.1 million in this study, to be exact. Now, music, it greatly develops the part of the brain involved in language processing. And it's been shown that students participating in music scored higher on standardized tests than other students. Now, the problem, however, is that in society's perception, music is becoming less important. It's an extra, an additive, unnecessary. But I'm here to prove to you that music is important to the lives of today's children in helping them be successful, happy, and empowered to change the world for the brighter. Now, I could throw statistics at you all day, and it might not mean anything. But the reason I'm so passionate about this is that it's a direct influence on my life, and it has shaped me to become who I am today. Now, I'd have nothing to say up here were I not involved in the musical community. I probably wouldn't even have the confidence to be standing here. Now, I challenge you to find anything in this world as empowering as music. Aside from the music itself, musicians are one of the many reasons my experiences have affected me in this way. See, when you learn to play an instrument and truly love it, it becomes woven into the fabric of your being, a part of you. This is the reason that I am a cello, and also the reasons that musicians work so well together. To make an orchestra or a symphony sound not as 50 individuals, but one whole, a certain level of understanding is required. Now, some of my closest friends are musicians, and you can see why. Our personalities are woven from the same material, per se, so we can easily bond over common personality traits. No matter if it's in school or out of school, I find that kids involved in music, in symphonies and orchestras, they're special. Now, when I first joined the symphony last year, I went through this interesting kind of time of self-discovery for myself, because I found that, well, I was myself around those kids, and I didn't have to be afraid anymore of what people might think of me. They're my people. See, orchestras, they don't have the same clique mentality that schools do, say for the occasional debate about whose instrument is harder to play. But they don't have the presence of anyone who doesn't fit the social standard, who doesn't fit in. Because there, we fit in because we stand out. It's support, it's community. Honestly, there's no better word than love for it. Now, there are things we all share, like the common belief and experience that music can change people. It's powerful, it's moving, it can change the world. All you have to do is look at us. We're completely different, but there we are, together, united by a common love. Voices will always be stronger than fists, and the mind more powerful than the body. Imagine hundreds, millions of voices coming together as one. That is how we'll change the world. This right here, I was lucky enough to be involved in something called a cello celebration last year. It was the biggest symphony, biggest orchestra I've ever played in, and composed entirely of cellos. I found it amazing that people could come together like that and bond over something like this, people of all ages from all places across Washington and Oregon. See, the impact that music can have on emotion is a truly incredible thing. A collection of noises can make you feel anger, hatred, sadness, joy, grief, power, and hope. You can feel exactly what the musician does and what they're trying to convey, what they need you to feel. It's empathy on the grandest of scales. You can see this effect used in things like charities, songs to be the face of an event, or commercials, and you see it in times of struggle. In war and depression, music has always been used to instill faith and hope in the general populace. It's the same effect that good storytelling can have, too. And we've always known that music has the power to change things, even if we've not quite looked at it head on. What I'm getting at is that musical ability is empowering. It's the reward at the end of a hard fight, the ability to play and to express yourself musically, to connect. In many cases, this journey can change lives, and I've seen it with my very own eyes. It's handing someone the key to a world they didn't know existed. And in this world, they'll find strength, be it in their abilities or in kinship with others. Just beyond this door, it lies a world of people with the same experiences you've had, who will love unconditionally, all believing in a common power. And that power is music. In musical communities, your past doesn't matter. It hardly exists. All that exists is now, and sometimes the future, because now is beautiful and the future is bright. Every individual deserves the chance at this key, which is why I believe that good music education needs to be that much more common and that much more accessible. It's the key to a richer life, and also the key to a great power, the power to change things, change people, change the world. These will be individuals who will act upon what they believe in. They'll be the ones with open minds and a view of the community as a whole, having been part of that community themselves. We'll shape the world and work out the dents and the scrapes and the conflicts. We'll stitch it back together, weaving the world of many to become one. No, it won't be perfect, but humans aren't by nature. We're all imperfect, or so we think, until we start seeing imperfections as what makes us individuals and what creates strong communities. In these communities, I believe. And in the power of music, I believe. In the ability of musicians to change the world, I believe. I'm a cello, and I am one of many. And together, we will change the world.